from Blackpink in the room because she's got some solo music. Thank you so much for making time for us.
Thank you guys for making time for me.
You have an album coming out December 6th. It's called Rosé.
Yes.
The first song is with Bruno Mars.
Yes.
So you're making immediately like, this is happening.
Yeah. Sorry, my answers are funny.
No, it's okay. And we have so much to talk about, but let's just get into the song because that's what everyone wants, right?
Yeah.
How did this song with Bruno happen?
How did it happen?
It's a pretty spectacular
This is a question I think I ask myself every night lately. I'm like, well, how did this happen? This is crazy. So I had the song ABT. I think it was end of last year. It was one of the first few sessions, actually. It was like the first trip out in LA. And I was like in a session, I think it was like with Circuit, Omar, Amy, Rosé, and T-Ron. And it was like, obviously, T-Ron's in the room. It's like, it's going to be a fun session. But the night before, I had just like taught the guys at the studio how to play Korean drinking games. So we were so bored. And they were obsessed with this particular game. There was like pata. Anyway, so the next day we like wrote this song and it was crazy. It was really fun. But then we kind of left it there and then I brought it back out like a year later. And then I signed to Atlantic and I told them that I'm actually like the biggest somebody said something like Coldplay, Bruno, and I was like, Bruno Mars is signed on this label. I was like, told them the funniest story about me going to a Bruno Mars concert a year before. So like last year he came to Seoul to perform in Korea. My friend was like, do you want to go? I was like, yeah, I'm not doing anything. Okay. And that was the day I realized, I was like, wow, I had no idea. I'm a Bruno Mars fan. I'm like a huge fan. And I remember freaking out the whole, like, I don't know how long the concert was, but I was like, he better stop. It's like, the songs were too good, like it just wouldn't stop. And I was freaking out. I was like,
it's like at 10 the whole time. Like the energy doesn't stop.
Time. And I was like, I am the biggest Bruno Mars fan. Like, period. I'm the biggest fan. And so for a year, I'd just been listening to I just got my driver's license. So I'd always just like play Bruno Mars. But so I was just a big fan. And then there's like a funny story where like that day I was like so excited after the concert watching it. And I told Atlantic the story about me like, they were like, are you coming to the after party? Apparently Bruno Mars is going to be there. And I was like, he's not going to be at the after party. He's not going to be there. And they're like, he is. Like, apparently he's going to be there. I'm like, Bruno Mars will never show up at the after party. So I didn't go. And I just like, I forced my friends to hang out with me. And so we were like hanging out and then they had to all go home. So like, I was like headed back home. But then my friends were like, Bruno Mars is at the after party. So I took the taxi. I was like, please go back to where we were. And we went and then I like walked in with my hoodie and cap. I had like no one with me. I just got out of the cab and like walked in and I was like, where is he? And they were like, he's not here. And so my friend lied. She was like, she wanted me there. And I was like, oh my God. And I ended up just staying there for 4 minutes, taxied all the way back. And it was like really disappointing because I was like, I wanted to see Bruno Mars.
Wait, can we ask how long was the taxi ride back there from home?
It was like 15 minutes, 15.
Okay.
It wasn't too bad.
So it's not too bad. It's not like you went like 30 minutes out of your way.
Yeah. And so I told them the story. Sorry, it's a long story and I'm a bad storyteller because I just give too much detail. But I tell them the story and I'm like, yeah, I'm just like a huge fan. Then I like met him and I was like, wow, I feel like really special. I get to meet Bruno. And then fast forward, he asks us to pitch him 3 songs. And so I squeezed in APT. And in my head, everyone was like, what about this one though? I was like, shouldn't it be APT and APT only? Doesn't that make total sense? And so in my head, I envisioned it completely. I was like, yeah, it'd be crazy if he jumps on an APT. And instantly he texts me. He's like, what does APT mean? And I'm like, it's a Korean drinking game. And he's like, this is crazy. And he jumped on it and the rest is history. It's been a crazy ride.
Which, by the way, if you go to her Instagram, you can see the game played. So it's short for apartment, but it's pronounced apate?
Yes, because in Korean,
right.
apate is apartment, means apartment.
Okay.
So it's like, apate. Yeah.
So if you want to play it and create some trends and videos around it, you go watch her Instagram. And because after everyone hears this, I was just so excited. We have so much to talk about, but I was just so excited for this song because it is so fun. Mm-hmm. Do you want to explain how the game works? Yeah,
so it's one of many games. This is a very simple one, so it's fun because I feel like if you're just hanging out with friends drinking, everyone's just talking, right? there's like just kind of gets sometimes boring, and so that's when you bring it out. If you just go like but and then everyone stacks their hand in the middle, and then if it was my game, it's like Rosie's favorite game, so it was mine. I'll call out the number of the apartment floor that I choose like 7th, right? And then everyone stacks their hand from bottom up, and whoever lands on the 7th floor has to take the shot. And it's fun because it gets everyone together, and the chant's fun.
You've been doing this for over 10 years now, right? As part of a group. And when we were talking earlier, you know, it's understandable to be nervous. Why was this the right moment to do something by yourself?
So it was after 1 full year of touring with Blackpink, and so we had been like working really hard together, stuck together, and like, so that chapter, like we've done, you know, so many songs, and it was our second world tour. I think it was just about time for us to be inspired, because we're people and we're creatives, and so I think there comes a time where, well, we need to be inspired. We only need to like work on ourselves and develop that too. We promised ourselves a year of just doing everything we wanted to do so that we could get together, and it was perfect because I think we all agreed, and yeah. Which
is beautiful because for whatever reason, historically, a lot of that doesn't happen. So the four of you sat there and we're like, we're still together. We're going to still be Blackpink. We're still going to do Blackpink music, but we're just going to do our own stuff too. Yeah. And there's no, you know, not that there would be. It's the friendship is just so beautiful because you don't see that happen often.
I think so too. And I guess we're blessed. I think it's also timing. Like, you know, sometimes some things might not align, and I'm grateful that we were all mature enough to really just acknowledge what our wants and needs were at the time, and I'm really happy about it.
Was it scary first starting this, or once you started it, was it got easier?
I don't think it gets easier. It's like challenge after challenge after challenge. It's insane. Like, I've spent so many days like lost. Like I remember being in LA, like in a hotel, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so lost. But only because I think I knew where the destination was. I knew where I wanted to be. And my whole thing was I need to get it to the place that I want it to be. And I'm still on that right now. I think every day I wake up, I'm like, I need it to be like this, and I want to be there. So that's why it's challenging. Never easy.
Listen, once everyone hears more of the music that's coming, I think it's safe to say, I think you're at least, I think you're there, or at least like a really good step there.
Yay.
Gosh, I mean, what else can you tell us about the album? What do you feel comfy sharing for everyone?
Well, I'm pretty confident. I don't know. Actually, I'm going to have to start talking about it to know how comfortable I am. But
listen, it's the red carpet's out. Whatever you want to share. I mean, we're a full like month and a half away or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's a personal album. So just have to admit, these stories really come from me. It starts from me yapping on and on about, you know, the things in my life and what goes through my brain. And I had a lot of stories to let out. I was starting to feel bad that I was literally like eating my friends and family's ears out about these stories. And so I was like, yeah. It was really therapeutic because at the studio I'd like yap about it and we'd write a whole song about it, and I'd just leave it there. So yeah, it's a very personal album.
How do your friends and family feel now that you've got it all out?
They're like, Rosie, this is so you. That's insane. And they love it that way because they're like, your personality is in there. Yeah.
Because a lot of things that people might not know is that you co-produced and co-wrote everything.
Yes.
On this record.
I was in the whole process of
and the creative. This is literally all you. Like, obviously, there's people you work with, but this is 100% your vision and everyone following your lead.
Mm-hmm. With a lot of help. It really is.
And who do you play the music for first? Like, your family, or like who's the girls? What's the...
Yeah, I think because I have all these people I want to make proud, you know, people I love, which is my friends and my family. And so I'm definitely like, I love, like they say, I love a friend and I want to please them. I was like, look what I did. And I'd like play it to them. They'd be like, I love it. And I'm like, yes. And if they're like me, I'm like, okay, I have to do better.
But you know what, but I will say though, even though you just said you want to please and make your family proud, this is very much for you, this album. Like the messages and everything, again, everyone will hear it soon. But it's very clear that this is you.
I kind of agree. Actually, before...
For yourself is what I mean.
Yeah, I think, that's a good point because I think it's probably for me first. And once I am happy with something, those are the people who I want to share it to like first. And so you're right. I think I have my own high standards in my head, so I always want to make sure I'm proud.
Well, you should be. It's really good. It's. I'll say for everyone, like I'll say it was really cute being like super nervous, and like playing all the songs. Not all the songs, but some of the songs for us, and all of us in the room are like, these are all so good. Like I feel bad because like we're teasing everyone so much because they're only, they're only hearing APT right now. Yeah. But more is coming soon, obviously. But you know what, Rosé, thank you so much for coming and spending the time with us. So let's talk about the music video, because the thing about APT that you mentioned is that it's one of the few times you let kind of Bruno run when helping and create the creative for a lot of this stuff. What can you tell us about the video and the creative that you and Bruno worked on together?
I think he got a lot of inspiration from like, because obviously he had the big homework he knows that this is my first single, so it's like that's a lot of pressure on him probably. But a lot of the scenes inside were inspired by like me, and to the looks as well. I was like, what kind of vibe are we going for? And he'd be like this is a cool vibe, that's a cool vibe, and he'd like drop hints there, here and there, and like that ended up building up to become to this world. And it was really fun to watch because, just him being inspired and just dropping these like comments here and there. And I was like, oh, interesting. Okay. And that was all at the video set. It was like all built up. And I was like, wow, like he meant it when he just drops these like things. It's like he means it and he executes it.
If there's anyone who means anything, it's Bruno Mars, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That is a strong personality.
He's
in the best way possible. I love Bruno. Yeah. And I like, was it like a group chat? Was it like a Bruno Mars had a Pinterest board and was like, we're going to do this? That's
the norm. When in the process of things, people like get together like a whole like mood board, and then like you pick. No, it's for him, it's things he picks up along the way and gets inspired by it. And maybe he doesn't even notice when he like drops it, but like that's what it is. If he ever says something, it's like that's it, and it's always the answer. He's really good.
I'm glad. A lot of people might not be able to see it, but when we were listening to the music stuff earlier, you can see the joy and the excitement in you, and it makes it just so fun and exciting to see someone who, again, has been so successful, still gets so excited and nervous and everything. And I'm so excited for everyone to hear the music because it really is so good. Like, we're not hyping you up, and I'm the last guy. I'm usually the hater in the room where I'm like, I'll be
You're the hater
reserved. I generally try to be honest, and some people don't like that. Yeah. Maybe because I'm a New Yorker. But before we go, there's one question I want to ask, because I'm sure other people might, the fans might wonder. The cover of the album has 5 of you on it.
Yeah.
Does that represent like anything? Maybe different sides of you?
Yeah, I think I looked at that was from like a reference picture, and I was looking at it, and I was like, it was like a band picture, and I was like, what would it be like if I played all of that? Because I think that's how I feel about my album. It's all parts of me, and I needed all parts of me to complete this album, like everything. I feel like every bit of me, and so I was like, that would be really like a good representation of this album. So it was actually really hard to shoot, but we pushed through it. We were running like short on time. We're like running, like sprinting to get that one perfect shot, but it was all worth it, and I love it.
Awesome. Wait, are they 5 specific versions of you, or it's just a representation overall?
It's a representation overall.
Okay.
I can go back and probably make some.
You let me know. You make it up along the way.
Yeah. No, but Bruno actually really helped me build that world too. I was kind of stuck on that, and I was like, I'm not sure how I wasn't inspired. I think everything has to come from inspiration, but I was like probably exhausted from doing that like for a whole year, and nothing was really like hitting the idea. Everything is like, you can always go and take a cute pic, like a nice picture of yourself, but it's like it has to feel right. And so like, he actually really helped me on that too. Like he like threw something again. He just like throws ideas, and it's like, that's it. That's exactly what it is. And then I took just that one thing he just dropped, and it like created a whole world. And so it's been really helpful.
Well, and now you and Bruno Mars are besties.
Besties.
You and Bruno Mars. Who knew? Well, Rosé, thank you so much for spending time with us, because I know you're super busy again traveling the world, but we're so happy for you. Can't wait for everyone to hear more of the music, and please come back soon and share more, because it's so exciting, and we're just happy for your happiness, and we hope you get to enjoy all of it, because you've been so busy, and take a second to breathe or whatever.
Thank you so much. I love this place. I want to come back.
Hits 1. Your program has ended. Thanks for listening. Continue exploring the SiriusXM app to discover more from your favorite artists and channels.